and welcome to the third episode of Let's Rock. I'm your host, Spencer Harris. Let's get into the news here. We had round two, an exciting round two. I still am terrible at making my predictions. I yet again went 1-2. Got the England game right. England beat Italy 41-18. I got that one right. Game two, I said Scotland versus Wales. Scotland would win it. I was almost correct. It's a very tight game. But Wales has the greatest tactic in all of rugby history right now. Pissing off another side so badly that you just get cracked in the face so badly that the ref goes, "Sir, get off my field. Red card, you're gone." 15-14, one-man advantage. Scotland tried hard. They were inside the 22 for a very long time, trying desperately to get close. At one point in time, Wales committed a penalty, and I thought for sure that Scotland was going to kick for points because they were just about the 5-meter line. But they did not. They liked to go for a scrum down because they wanted to score a try to try and get the victory. This did not happen. They were driven back just outside of the 22. They were able to drive back into the 22, and that's where they remained. They remained just about between the 22 and the 5-meter line for the last, let's say, about 10 minutes or so. Constantly looking like they were on the verge of scoring to go ahead and beat Wales. But it never came to fruition. Wales wins. Second game in a row that they have been that their opposition has been dealt a red card. But Wales remains in second place. 2-0. Much better on their side than my side. Guys, I really got to stop doubting Wales. I got to. They're a tough team. They're fast, they're strong, and they have a very solid defense that will bend but will not break. And for that, Wales, I apologize for doubting you. Mad respect. You guys are a dangerous, dangerous side. Then you get to Sunday's game. Game 3. Ireland versus France. France, I know you're in first place. I knew you were in first place. I knew Ireland had just lost the week before. So by that logic, I should have gone with France. That was the easy, smart decision. But I followed my heart. I wanted Ireland. I've wanted Ireland to win. I said they were going to be the second most dangerous team in the competition. And yet again, they almost were. For the second week in a row, they had a very close game. A one-try game differential. The week before, they lost by 5. This week, they lost by 2. France wins it 15-13. Shouldn't have doubted France. They are a strong, strong side, led by Antoine Dupont at scrum half. But that's where it gets interesting. That right there is where it gets interesting. We do have a bye week this week. There is no Six Nations this week. Round 3 will happen February 27th to 28th. This is a big asset to France because France's head coach, assistant coach, one other staff member were all tested positive for the COVID illness, as well as Antoine Dupont. The starting scrum half has tested positive. He is asymptomatic, but they are in isolation now. They have time to be tested again and possibly return to the field next week when they face Scotland. I hope they do. I hope they stay safe, they stay healthy, and that there will be no more COVID issues moving forward. But that's where things get interesting. So now we'll move into the round 3 predictions real quick. Round 3, starting February 27th. Italy, Ireland. First game. Starting at 9:15 Eastern Time. The Battle of the Winless. Well, the good news is both teams can't lose. So, at least one team will win. Or they'll draw. And in which case, the teams will not go 0-3. One team can. They both could tie. But I don't see that happening. The Battle of the Winless, taking place in Rome at Stadio Olimpico. Where do you see this game going? Do you see Italy winning? Do you see them getting a draw, or do you see Ireland winning? Because I myself have been burned by Ireland twice. But I'm not giving up on them. I'm not. I'm going with it. Put it on the board. Ireland beating Italy. Game 1. That's my take. Game 2 at Principality Stadium, Cardiff. Wales, England. I said I'm not going to doubt Wales. I shouldn't doubt Wales. They've won 2 games. They've won 2 games, but they've won off of a one-man advantage in back-to-back games. It pains me to do it, England. I hope they win. I do. I really do hope that England wins. I'm biased. I'm rooting for England. I'm rooting for England. But who I'm rooting for versus who I'm predicting to win are 2 different stories. Put Wales on the board. I'm not doubting them. They're going 3-0. I hope I'm wrong. But I'm sticking with it. I'm not letting my heart guide me down some misguided adventures anymore. Because so far, I have ended up 2-4. I don't want a losing record. I think that I can turn this around. And I think that this week, by the end of... No, not this week, because next week, they have a bye week this week. I forgot. I fixed it. We're good now. That's what happens. Wales beats England. That's the guess. That's the prediction. It's on the board. It's on the board. Game 3, Sunday, February 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Oh, by the way, Game 2 is at 11:45 Eastern Time. My bad. I think I said it, but I'm not sure, and I'm not going to go back and check it. Game 3, Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Stade de France, Paris. Probably butchered that. I didn't take French. I didn't take French. France is a country. French is the language. My bad. But we're going to put it on the board. Plain and simple. France wins. Put it on there. But I'm going to go with some conditions on this one. I say France wins, but if Antoine does not come back, I say Scotland wins. But on the board, the official prediction is France wins. But remember the condition. If Scotland wins, the board stays as a loss. I will not take advantage because I'm not taking the cop-out where I go, you picked both sides so you can't be wrong. I'm not doing that. Not going to do it. But France wins unless Antoine does not come back. If he's not able to play next Sunday, they're not getting the win. That's my prediction. I hope they're able to come back. I hope that everyone is able to stay healthy. No more positive tests through the remaining rounds. And we get to enjoy some great rugby. Because so far, it has been very, very exciting. Now, a quick breakdown of. Excuse me. Quick breakdown of the leaderboard. France is in first place. 2 wins. They have scored 65 total points for themselves. They have allowed 23 points, giving them a points differential, which is important in Six Nations. Because not only does your win-to-loss record matter, your points differential matters. The differential is 42 points for France, leaving them in first place. That is what puts them in first place over Wales, who is also 2-0. No losses. But they have scored 46 points for themselves and allowed 40 points to be scored against them, giving the points differential to be only 6 points. That's big. It's not a lot of points. That's why it's big. But I said Wales wins. Remember that. I said Wales wins. Third place, England. 1 win. 1 loss. 47 points for. 29 points against. 18 points differential. If they're able to beat Wales, not only will they beat them because of a better record, but they will have a better points differential, and that will be a hard thing for Wales to come back from. But, moving on to 4th place. Scotland, 1 win. 1 loss. 35 points for, 31 points against, giving a points differential of 4. 5th place, 0-2 Ireland. Oh boy, that one hurt to do. 29 points for, 36 points against for a -7 points differential. They have 7 points against them in the standings. That's hard to come back from. Because not only do you have to beat your opponent, you now have to be able to score an additional 7 points that the other team does not score to regain and be back to the break-even point differential. I don't see that one happen. That's hard to do. It's hard to do. But, like I said, Ireland gets the win. Oh, poor Italy. Poor Italy. They're trying their best, and I respect it because they're giving it their all. They have moments where they look very, very promising. I have to sneeze, and I'm fighting it so hard, that's why I'm making these weird faces. I apologize. Oh, I gotta sneeze. I'm not gonna do it on camera. 0-2 Italy. 28 points for, 91 points against. 91. Whew. That defense is breaking and not bending. -63 points differential on the board. Oof. Italy, I hope you can turn it around. I hope you do. I don't want to see you go winless. I said you wouldn't go winless, but I don't see it anymore. I see you going winless. And that's tough. Hurts to say because I want it to happen. I don't want anyone to not win a game. It's not fun. But, on to rugby news. We have Madrid Sevens. Normally we would have the World 7 Series, which is an international 7 squad. And for those of you who don't know the rules of that, Sevens is a tournament-style form of rugby. And I don't mean that like Six Nations, where it's a big tournament and you only play once a week. Sevens is a tournament. And it's a tournament every week. So, it's not one real long thing. That's the whole series tournament. But, World 7 Series is still under hiatus due to COVID. You hate to see it. You hope that it can come back real soon. But, we do have international sevens this weekend. USA is involved. There will be 5 men's sides playing in Madrid. Madison Hughes is out. Carlin Isles is out. But Baker still in. You have a former Army West Point student who's getting his first cap as a USA Eagle. You have a Cal Golden Bear getting a start as a USA Eagle, their first ever. And we have a new captain. You hope to see Madison Hughes come back soon. You hope to see Carlin Isles come back soon. But USA Eagles keep playing, and we love to see it. So, the games start this weekend. I think that I think that the Eagles end up. Yeah, you know what? I'm going with a bold take. Eagles win. USA wins the Madrid Sevens. It's happening. If you want to watch it in North America, you can watch it on Flow Rugby. And I do believe that it will be on Twitch as well. So, that's interesting. You can watch rugby on Twitch. It might be in Spanish commentary, since it's in Madrid. So, we'll see. I'm really excited about it, though. But the other thing that I am very, very excited about is last week I wasn't able to play rugby. We got rained out. Fields were too wet. We couldn't do it. But we've rescheduled Alfred Exiles play on Saturday. We get to play on Saturday versus Athens. I'm excited to see my brand new squad, newly formed. We're not even a year old, folks. But we get to play our first real game. And I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to step on that field with my brothers tomorrow. Well, when this airs, it'll be today. Because our new day is Saturdays at 8 a.m. We'll go live. So, obviously you know that because you're watching this. But that's where it's going to remain. Because Saturday's a rugby day. And that's where we're going to stay. New time. New day. Let's rock. 8 a.m. Saturday mornings. We're going to cut this one a little short because I still have to go to the gym. And I got to do a recovery because I got a game tomorrow. But look out for the Madrid Sevens results this weekend. Go USA Eagles. They're getting the win. I'm calling it. But that doesn't go against my win-loss record because right now we're only paying attention to the win-loss record of Six Nations. I might start keeping track of the Madrid one as well, but that's way too many games for me to be predicting. But Saturday's a rugby day. Let's rock. I hope you all have a good day. It's time to roll away. I'll see you next week. Let me know what you want to hear more of. Let me know what stories I missed. What do you want to? What predictions do you have? How are your predictions going? Are you doing better than 2 and 4? I hope so because that's not great. Let me know. Like, share, tell your friends about Let's Rock. Let's talk rugby. And I'll see you next week.